All right, let us begin. It has been a wicked long time. What's up, everybody that's in the stream? I have no idea how many people are watching. I'm not looking at anything but the chat go by right now. Welcome back to me being live. I literally think it's been 5 months since I've done this. I don't even know. 4 months? A couple of months? I hate doing it alone, kind of, because it's not as fun as doing it with, the Blue Bantha guys or going on with Girls with Sabers, but here I am, because I have a lot to talk about. I hope you like my really cheesy graphic layout here. I made that in 2 minutes before we actually went live, essentially. I also have a gross-sounding voice right now, and I can't do anything about it. I live in the Northeast, and it's cold, and my nose is dripping. So, yeah. So, hi, everybody. What's up? What's going on? Yes, we are going to talk about The Mandalorian. We're going to talk about so many Star Wars things, and we're also going to talk about Jedi Fallen Order. I'm not typically a gamer channel kind of guy, but since I'm a dad and I can't do much besides hang out and edit and hang with my kids when I have free time and my wife's chilling and just doing her thing, I'm playing Fallen Order, and that game is amazing. So, oh, Henry Lewis, what's up, man? Nice to see ya. Let's just take a look at who's in here. All right. So here's what I want to talk about first. Oh yeah, I went through puberty too. Last time I was live with the Girls with Sabers, my voice was very high pitched. I just went through puberty. It was a thing. It took a week. Here I am. Very deep voice. High testosterone levels. Alpha male. But, yeah. I just watched, 4 of those teasers that just came out. For The Rise of Skywalker. And I gotta be honest, I was talking to the Girls with Sabers about this, but JJ is smoking that good, magical, mystical weed right now. He's doing something, because the way this movie looks is it's completely high fantasy, 1000%. JJ is the way. And all these people being upset with it is crazy, right? Somebody was talking about that earlier before I actually went live. I guess people were super upset with the sand speeders. And I didn't even know that was a thing until I saw somebody retweet it. But yeah, it's crazy. Hey, what's up, Elite? Oh yeah, and if I don't get to everybody's questions, I try to remind myself to say this. Oh my God, money! I wanted to say that if I don't get to all your questions, I apologize. I tend to just ramble and just go with the flow of the stream here. So if I do miss your question, just keep repeating it until you get horribly upset with me and unsubscribe. So, and also, I can't believe how many subs I got this month. I don't know what happened. Apparently people liked that Last Jedi duel video, which I kind of just made for myself because I wanted, I make videos that I want to see made, I guess, if that makes sense. And then that did really well. So now I'm making another one because it was really cool. So yeah, just welcome everybody. And this channel it's been going nuts. It's awesome. So yeah, back to Tross. It looks like it's got to have the same cinematographer, Steve Yedlin, right? And it just looks like JJ literally is in high fantasy mode. And it makes me wonder if, I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. It just kind of makes me wonder what exactly the overall vibe and tone of this movie is going to be, because every trailer's been very unique, kind of. Oh no, he's streaming right now too? He's probably playing Jedi Fallen Order. Shadow Shade, what up? Edwin NG, what's up, man? But yeah, I just can't tell what the hell's going on with all these trailers, and I think that is kind of a good thing. I know there's been a lot of leaks out there and a lot of things like that, but as far as I'm concerned, it still kind of seems like we only really know the broad strokes, because there's just weird stuff going on in these trailers, and I think it's really cool. But I'm also gonna stop watching them because I don't want to see anything else. Like, once I saw Kylo's helmet go onto his head, I was like, yep, that's it. That's all I need to see. I don't need to see anything. Yeah, Rey's doing a lot of jumping for sure. A lot of chasm jumps. Somebody asked, what do I think about a romantic Reylo relationship? That's from Panic at the Disco. Oh, and I just wanted to say thanks to Girls with Sabers for the super chat. I didn't mean to forget that. I really appreciate that. You guys are part of the reason why I'm even doing this channel. But yeah, let me answer that Reylo thing. I'm not sure how romantic it's going to be. However, I do definitely endorse the idea that Rey and Kylo have some kind of feelings for one another. I'm not sure if it's as equal one way or another. I think for Kylo, it's more, what is the word? For him, it's more important to have like a friendship with, I don't want to say a friendship or something with her, because he has nothing. He's like completely alone. Whereas Rey has found her found family in a sense, so she's not like as needy as he is. So like, I do think there's a connection, and I do think that there's going to be that tension and romance. And just like he said, or was it JJ, or I don't know, it was in one of those Empire magazines, EW Weekly, whatever. They say it's like intense, it's this and that. There's sometimes it's codependent, sometimes it's intimate and this and that. And you know, they're all sort of hinting that they're drawn to one another, and I don't think that's intimacy. I don't think that's like them misleading us. And it's been one of the things that I thought has been going on since the beginning of The Force Awakens. And I do have a video saying I think The Force Awakens set up this Reylo thing perfectly. Shannon Morin, thank you so much for hanging out. I know that it's probably like, I don't even know, like 4 a.m. where you are or whatever. Thank you so much for hanging out, and have a really good holiday. Or I'm having a holiday, so for all the people having holidays, happy holidays. But yeah, Girls with Sabers knows what's up. There's connection going on. So let's see. Henry Lewis has a question. Did that bike scene in the Tross trailer remind you of Mad Max? Oh yeah, absolutely. Funny you say that, because I love Mad Max. I love Fury Road as well. Like, I love the classic Mad Max too. The first two, at least. I think Thunderdome is hilariously weird, in not a good way. But it has some moments in the movie that are okay. But overall, I like the first two, and specifically Road Warrior. So I love that sandy, gritty, dirty kind of retro future just grit. There's definitely a lot of that, and especially with the Knights of Ren. And I don't know if it was just me, but like, I laughed out loud when I saw that first image of the Knights of Ren with that like super long, like 300mm lens as it's like panning by. It reminded me of like that helicopter shot on top of Oct 2 when Rey first meets Luke. It's like swooping around, kind of like a music video. And like everybody had the same idea, and they started quoting like Backstreet Boys. It was amazing. I thought that was pretty funny. But I do hope that we see them do something more interesting than just be in that one area chasing Rey. Like, if that's all they do, I'll be pissed off. But you could kind of see in the trailer that they're doing something with Kylo in the helmet. So they're all there, you know, kumbayaing as Kylo puts his helmet back together. Oh. Let me take a sip of water. I actually got some sparkling lime water to take a sip of. You're a banana? What are you guys talking about in there? And then the other thing I wanted to talk about with Tross. I just finished reading Force Collector. And I think for a young adult Star Wars book, this was one of the first ones that really made me go, wow, this is good. I actually didn't like Spark of Resistance or whatever that first one was, to be honest. But yeah, Force Collector was my jam. and I have a sneaking suspicion that it is heavily similar to some of Rey's story. I don't even know. Tim Jim, yeah. It is. But anyways. You guys have the funniest weird banter going on right now. You're a good banana, Matt, never change. Oh, let me see. I really hope that Kylo will save Rey from Palpatine. Yeah, you know what, Tyler? I actually do think that, like, the two of them are gonna be working together in some way. And that's why I think, like, when JJ goes, I'm gonna honor what Rian Johnson does, that's exactly what I think he kind of means. Like, clearly the movie looks like a JJ Abrams film. Like, he has a very distinct look, although this might be the prettiest looking film he's made. Like I said, it has that super high fantasy looking thing going on. It's hard to explain, but I think when he's like, I'm gonna honor where Ryan left off, even though it might not have been what he did, I specifically think it has to do with where Rey and Kylo met in the middle. And I do think that has to do with you know, that Praetorian Guard fight and what they accomplished there. I don't think that's like some accidental thing that we saw and like somebody was like, oh, this will be cool. I think they're gonna riff on that. They're gonna take that idea and explode it into them like ultimately defeating the absolute darkness in the galaxy, or the perversion of the dark side, which is Palpy, or whatever the heck he is right now. What's up, Mandalorian? Speaking of Mandalorian, how freaking good is The Mandalorian? Oh, actually, before we get into that, I do want to speak to what Panic at the Bookstore just said. For a hot second, I was a little worried when I first saw the 141 runtime, but then I remembered this is J.J. Abrams, so it's just going to feel like a relentlessly paced movie, in my opinion. I feel like he can make... It's his pacing. We're going to get a lot of stuff, I think. I feel like it's just going to be like a non-stop kind of thing. But anyways, Mandalorian. I cannot wait for Friday morning. I literally wake up probably like 5:30, around then, 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then I just toss it on the Fridays now. I feel like a little kid. The People-Lorian, the Woman-Lorian, and the Children-Lorian too. And I know that like I'm a super like defender of the sequels, and I think they're like really amazing, really well done. But I have to say, I think if I was to be like, what is like the super most on the nose Star Wars thing out right now, like just like dead on the nose Star Wars, it has to be in my the way I feel towards it is The Mandalorian. It literally looks like the camera on Tatooine is turned left and The Mandalorian's happening. It's pretty wild. So oh, Rogue Guardian, you don't have D+. Dang. All right, we will do our best to not spoil Mandos. I think we might have already spoiled something though. The Postalorian. Oh, Edwin Nig, NG. I almost said Ning. Edwin. Is that how you? I don't even know how to say that name. But what do I think of fans calling Rey Mary Sue? Funny question. I feel like me and the Girls with Sabers and like Blue Bantha Milko have been talking about what that is for the last 2 years, and I just think it's an easy way out for these dudes just to like admit that they just don't like a girl that's front and center. That's personally my opinion. It's like, I mean, she hasn't done anything in my head that warrants this sort of like weird obsessive hatred. And because if I look at every else or like Anakin and like just being like, yeah, I'm the only human that can just race a pod racer, yippee, like whatever, like who cares, and I made C-3PO, like whatever, you know. We allow it. We don't care because you're not supposed to. It's a freaking fantasy film. It's like just tropes. They're all tropes in a sense, and it's supposed to be fun. In Luke Skywalker, like, everybody explains his talents away, but with the extracurricular, you know, I read this here, he had a skyhopper, you know, and because of the skyhopper, he can fly the X-Wing, and because of his 2 minutes of training with Obi-Wan, he can do that with the X-Wing, and it just doesn't matter. So, I don't think she's a Mary Sue. I just think it's a weak argument. I mean, but I also think it's perfectly fine to not like the movies. So, I mean, I don't think everything... I don't think, like, every moment of the sequels is great. There are moments in the sequels that I'm like, that was derpy. But then I love other moments. And I also feel the same way when I watch the OT. Let's see what Emra says. The problem is they are asking the wrong question. Don't ask why she's so powerful. Her quest was never to be powerful, to be a Jedi. Her quest is for belonging. Exactly. It was kind of like thrown at her in a sense. Like, she ran away from the saber originally. And the only time that she finally acknowledges, like, what her future can really even be with her abilities and what she's coming to understand about herself, because Kylo Ren opened up her mind, is when the saber just, like, flies into her hand, like, and who even knows, like, if she even meant to do that at that moment, like, and that's part of my lightsaber analysis part 2 coming up thing. And she's afraid of the Force. I just think it's interesting. So I always thought that was cool about her character. Hey, what's up, Molly? Welcome. Yeah, Kimmy. Yeah, exactly. And, like, the Force is doing what the Force does. But I do think everybody should read Force Collector. Oh my god, but there is another, but Baby Yoda is 50. I love that you said derpy, Alec. Yeah. Oh, Smith the Son. So this music was actually... So it's funny, like, some dummy up earlier was just like, this is a Hello Greedo ripoff. Little does he know that I talked to Hello Greedo. He's an awesome dude. We're all friends in the Twitterverse. So everybody tries to be clever, but who cares? So he told me that some of the music that he uses is from a... oh, Girls with Sabers Has to Leave? Or there's another Has to Leave? I don't know. Somebody was saying bye. So yeah, this music is ULAS. The album is called Galactic Delivery, and it's unbelievable. So, really good stuff. He used to stream it all the time. I think he still does. I try not to use every song that he uses, but there's a couple on here that I use because they're just amazing songs, and I can play them because they're free, and I don't get flagged. So, why not? And I believe the game is called Galactic Delivery, and it's like kind of like a classic game. So... Oh, you're waving hello. Gotcha. No, that's my bad. I'm like rusty, you know? It's been a while. Impromptu stream. So yeah, I think that with The Mandalorian, I can't wait to see, like, you know, if I ever have a weekend where I can actually do this, I can watch 8 episodes back to back just to experience it in one sitting. And I kind of want to edit it into one movie, which I think is cool. It'd be a cool idea to see it in that way. And I kind of just wonder, like, will it feel like a movie, or is it truly just better watching it, like, episodically, one at a time like this? So, and what's crazy, too, I don't know if anybody is a nerd like this. Oh, thanks so much, Girls with Sabers, for the super chat channel support. It's so funny. I never asked for super chats, really. I put in, like, descriptions and stuff, but I'm like so bad at doing that donation stuff. But I appreciate it. Helps the channel. And yeah, somebody just said, where'd those subs come from? I have no idea. Apparently, for the last 2 weeks, people have enjoyed the channel. But yeah, I'm still just having fun making my weird content that's all over the map. Tyler, Let's see. What are you saying? Let's see. What are your thoughts on the lightsaber duel between Kylo and Rey and Tross? Like, do you specifically mean what do I think of what we've seen so far visually? Or what do I think, like, do I think they're gonna have an epic duel? I'll just take that as a yes to both. Okay, well, from what I've seen, like, my favorite thing about this trilogy is that it bases its lightsaber duels more or less on how, like, the OT felt. Oh yeah, he's I have him open in another window. I'm like watching Hello Greedo as I'm streaming, so that way he can get watch time. I'm that kind of Chad. But yeah, I liked what I see because I personally like the OT fights more, and I think they just feel more interesting to me because they feel like a lot of things are at stake in those original trilogy fights, in the sequel trilogy fights. And people are like, but nobody's limbs were getting cut off. Well, I don't know. I think that Kylo's face just almost got chopped in half. That looked pretty rough. And the PT's more like the Jedi in their prime. So what I'm seeing on top of the Death Star, I think that looks awesome. I need to see more of it though to really gauge it. And then I saw that spinning kind of thing that Rey was doing in one of the teasers. That looked pretty insane. So it looks like we're gonna get something a little bit more elegant than the throne room, perhaps. I mean, that trailer looks insane. I don't even know what Kylo's doing in that moment. It's pretty nuts. She's just like spinning so fast. It's nuts. Yeah, spinning is a good trick. Oh yeah, Alex, thanks. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've streamed. But first, let me answer somebody else's question before I go to one of those, to my worries about Tross. So, somebody was asking if I read the Thrawn books. Well, I've read both trilogies, I guess you could call them. And I actually do think that the Legends Thrawn trilogy is better than the new one. And that's kind of weird coming from me. But what I mean by that... Yeah, what's up, Rebel Scum Podcast? Welcome. Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta make you guys mods. There you go. Now you guys can police the channel. Karate chop those haters. Hold on, let me go back up. So yeah, I like the original Thrawn trilogy more. I liked the first Thrawn edition that came out when Disney acquired it. The first Thrawn book. I thought that was really good with Eli Banto. Like, I really loved that one. But I just kind of feel like it didn't go where I wanted to because of the limitations of Rebels, if that makes any sense. So that first one was really good. I like Thrawn and Eli and their relationship. I think it's really cool. And then somebody was saying what I'm most worried about for The Rise of Skywalker. I think it's probably the thing I'm the most worried about every time that I'm... yeah, it's looking choppy, isn't it? Well, the good news is I'm probably going to stop streaming in a little bit. Yeah, I'm using like 60% of my CPU. But, what was I going to say? Judo chop! I guess my biggest worry is just like everything else, you know, not liking it. That there's a possibility I might feel the same way about Tross as I did about Rogue One, where like it's pretty to look at, it's got exciting scenes, but like ultimately nothing really felt like it did much to me. It looked cool. The fight, it was really brilliantly, a real brilliant battle at the end, and I love the Darth Vader scene. I think it's amazing. And, you know, whatever. It is fan service, but I think it's really good fan service. Oof, got a cough. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. Blue Bantha Milk. Yeah, if I don't like it, I'll just start weeping in the theater. Just being like, I can't believe it. I hate it. What have you done to me, JJ? Imagine. Oh my god. I start making JJ ruin my life videos. I start coming at you with videos. It's in for my car. Well, you know what's funny, Blue Bantha Milko? This is why I actually do like... So, like, I actually do like Rogue One. I just don't think it's the strongest of the new Disney era stuff. I like it more than prequels, in terms of, like, quality and some storytelling elements, but it's down there with them. Yeah, and then pivot to angry. Exactly. But what made me really, really like Rogue One was after I read the novelization. Once I read the novelization, it retroactively made me like Rogue One a lot more. Because now when I watch it, I think about what happens in the book and like what I know about the characters and what they're thinking from the book. So it, like, just made it better, if that makes sense. I think that happens with a lot of people too sometimes. Yeah, I think Rogue One might have been a lot of people's favorites so far. For me, definitely The Last Jedi. But hey, I'm a shill and I'm a cuck. What else am I? People tell me so many funny freaking things in my comments when I like just talk about these movies. They're like, you know what you are, man? You're a loser. Which is hilarious, because it's just somebody took the time to write that online and then press enter. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Everett? Gasp. Yeah, we're all shills here. And that's the funniest thing, too. Imagine, like 15 years ago, like, what kind of mentality is that? Like, you like this thing, you shill? You like the color yellow? You yellow shill? You like Ninja Turtles? You Ninja Turtle shill? Apparently enjoyment is chillin'. It's just so dumb. It's like, it's totally okay to not like it, or to hate the movies. Yeah, exactly. Utterly random guy, he respects me liking The Last Jedi and he didn't like it. That's fine. But I guarantee you liked one of the Star Wars movies a whole lot, and that makes us Star Wars fans. And that's what's cool. And I think what's cool is, like, the things that I don't like about Star Wars, somebody can tell me how they look at it, and then all of a sudden I might like that thing more. And that's kind of the way I think about it. Yeah, exactly, Alex. I mean, some people take it pretty far, but I think a lot of it is a bit of a shtick for, you know, a lot of these channels, their main income is their channel, so I'd agree. I think Solo is pretty simple. You know what's funny? Is Solo a Star Wars story actually gonna be longer than The Rise of Skywalker? Is the runtime of Solo longer than The Rise of Skywalker? That's kind of funny to me. Oh my god. I actually can imagine Kylo doing that. Is that weird? Yeah. Outrage, yeah, R2J03 said it best. Outrage is popular, and it's also YouTube, and it's like our brains are naturally wired to gravitate towards things that anger us, because once that part of your brain gets going, you like keep feeding it with all your other negative thoughts, and then you get into this cycle. And that's what YouTube is, and when you get sucked on those vortexes. You're like, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm mad at that girl for twisting that fake guy's arm because I'm a dude. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? Go smoke a J outside, go rub one out, go do something. Except for being a little weirdo online. I don't know. People are weird. Also, my stream's not for kids. FYI. But yeah. That's all I have to say about that. Yeah, Matt Shaw. Interesting. It took me about, like, 3 viewings also. Maybe, like, the second one I was, like, finally, like, yeah, I like this. The first one I was like, what the heck did I just watch? I was like, what? But yeah. The biggest thing to me that made me go, what is going on in The Last Jedi? And this is going to be me sounding negative. And this is my initial thoughts, like when I first saw the movie. And if you've been here on my channel, you know that I've said this, and I still think this kind of, but it just doesn't bug me anymore the way that things in the prequels don't bug me. I did not like the Hux joke. I did not like the idea of the movie starting with a joke. I think it was weird. However, I don't think it was wrong. It just wasn't what I liked, if that makes sense. And ooh, and that's basically it. You know, just like things like that. So it's not perfect to me, but why hate on it so much? Girls with Sabers with a super chat with a question. Oh my god. $2 super chat going right into the piggy bank. Thank you so much. Hey, what's up, How Rude? Why aren't you a moderator? Now you are, because you are a Patreon supporter. So what is my favorite Black Series figure? Oh my god. Hold on, I need to look behind me. I have like 100. No, I have like 200. Currently, my favorite Black Series figure is probably the Sith Trooper. I think those dudes look pretty awesome. But I have to say my favorite actual figure is my Artifacts figure of Kylo Ren from The Force Awakens. How rude goes man with power. That's your song. Yeah, I totally understand that utterly random guy. I love saying your name for some reason. Utterly random guy. It just flows off the tongue. Utterly random guy. Wacky inflatable balloon man. Utterly random guy. I don't know. Going on a tangent. So, yeah, there were things in the movie that happened on first viewing where I go, what the heck is going on? This is confusing. Why don't they tell him? Why doesn't... But that's ultimately what happened when I first saw it. And then I go to see it again without all that anxiety and stress of wanting the thing I want, and then I just kind of look at what it is. And then I just fell in love with it. And that's super weird to say. But I will say, like, till this day, like, I am obsessed with the lightsaber duel. And people are like, it's not a duel. They never freaking cross streams, man. They never touched their lightsaber tips. They didn't touch their tips. And people don't like it. And I'm just like, what the heck are you guys smoking? So whatever. You know, it's okay. You don't have to like it. But I like it. But that was the thing to me that like, regardless of the other issues I originally had with the movie when I first started night one. There's another with us. Donation super chat. Oh my god. Isn't Tross 2 hours and 22 minutes? Why do you say it's shorter than Solo? Well, I have no idea. I don't know how long Solo is. Unless that's a joke. Oh, I got Canadian money? Is that what CA means? From Rebel Scum podcast? I never picked up the white box figures. Oh, dude, that's totally okay. That's totally fine. You know what? I gotta take a break from freaking buying all these figures. I'm gonna go broke. Oh, thanks, Thomas Johnson, too. They fly now. They do. Can you believe people got mad at that? We were talking about that earlier. I am Hello Greedo, Bronze Alive, but it's actually Hello Speedo, because that's all I'm wearing right now. So welcome to the Hello Speedo live stream, Bronze. But yeah, Canadians are the best Rebel Scum podcast. I used to go up, so before my Star Wars days of doing this, I think my stream's buffering. Before my, channel started doing this stuff, doing Star Wars stuff, I was in a punk band, so we used to go up to Montreal all the time and play punk shows at this place called Fafoons. It was awesome. Oh, the Great Council with a super chat. What's your theory on the Mando's past? Love to have on GC. Oh yeah, let's set it up. But here's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's got to be some sort of Clone Wars era thing going on. What I think was going on is maybe it'll tie into some part of the Clone Wars series that we like aren't even thinking about. Who knows? But I definitely think he's not. There's like a naturally born kid of Mandalore, perhaps, or something. It's hard to say. I think it just happened to be this kid that was found by a clan and is now turning into a Mandalorian guy. I have more of like future speculations on him more than past, though, if that makes sense. Take it easy, Alex. Thanks so much for hanging out. Oh yeah, how rude. I'm definitely doing one of those. For sure. Oh, thanks so much for the super chat, Blue Milk. I'm gonna send that money back to you though. To all you guys. I'm actually gonna pay you guys. Oh, poutine is the best. Oh, yeah, definitely Great Council. I'll make sure to follow you too, so that way we can communicate if we aren't already following each other. Honestly, like, I always think I'm either following people, and then I find out that I'm not, because I see their stuff so often. So it's one of those things. Welp, I gotta just about wrap up this stream. I actually went for longer than I thought I would, but that's okay, because it was nice to kind of, you know, get back on the horse here and do a live stream. So I guess what you guys will be getting for a little gift after this is another lightsaber duel analysis that will be dropping tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna work super hard on that tonight. Make sure it gets up there for Turkey Day, so you guys have something pretty cool to watch tomorrow morning. And then I'm gonna take a couple days off, except for Friday. I'll be streaming with some very familiar faces, now that I know that my stream works, which is great. And we'll be I'll be telling y'all who that is soon. I don't want to spoil it in here. But yeah, everybody, make sure you watch The Mandalorian. And if you haven't been able to watch The Mandalorian, just don't come to the streams on Friday, because they will be Mandalorian spoiler heavy, and I do not want to ruin it for you if you have not seen it, okay? It's that good that you have to wait. Do not be spoiled, okay? Or if you need the files, hit me up. I've been doing that for some people. I just said that on the internet.